diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 1st and 10.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Snagged out of the air. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, You ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, looking to pass. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The tackle is made, but he's got it. 1st and goal from the 6. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll leave it with the lone back. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Going downfield for the big play. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. This defensive front just ran free. backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the 1st down marker.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Fernandez. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it and falls to the turf.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are. If you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride, and that's why he gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He leaves it with his back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The pull and throw off the RPO. This is a kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. They're down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. Breaks into the open. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Right back to it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Red pass, it's complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they give to the back. pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Scrambling away. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Fernandez. Lofts one deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the big throw. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've got great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside, they're going to make plays. Obviously, it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Back to pass. This time he's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Hey, quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over Cincinnati. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And some room to work. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking left. Pulls it in. It's Coates. He's into plus territory. Knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. Creates a little room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here he comes out of the end zone. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets. Bye, Felicia.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 28-24 game. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Out of the backfield, he's open. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Blasted as he lets it go. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and short, the power run here. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
To the air, it's Fernandez. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Gonna let it fly. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Going to swing it on second down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He might want another play. Gets the back moving. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Makes a move. If they hadn't gotten him there, he might still be running. He's down at the 47.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Hard running there. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Back to throw. It's Fernandez. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, that was real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they're not on the same page there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll run the toss. Running to Green. Flying out to the left. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He got a step and just dusted the field. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas stopped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Sooner offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Looking to throw, it's Fernandez. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Wants to fire on second down. Got a man, it's Pitts. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And that one's incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. To the air, it's Fernandez. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers was good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Wants to throw again. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes the quick grab. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The give on the inside. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Slings it. Finds his man open. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Runs through a tackle. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Line is set on third down. To throw, it's Fernandez. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So
he's got some space. Brings out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Finding open areas. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
He'll do it himself. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Marshall looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Thundering Herd. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a showing. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Trying to beat the D deep. Pulls it in on the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.